Hello, today we're going to be taking a look at the Coolify 2, which is a portable air conditioning unit you can take with you anywhere. So right here we have the carbon fiber. I think this is the super nice version with the largest battery that they offer. And so this is the special edition, I believe. So right away, got some very nice carbon fiber. At least looking, I don't want to say Fox. It's Fox carbon fiber, but very nice looking packaging at least. And you know, if that's not cool unboxing, I don't know what is. Having that emblem right out of the box. Looks like this whole thing slides out too. Oh yeah. So it's all foam covered, all foam inside. Here we are. Put this off to the side. So pretty standard. In regards, got a nice case that it comes with, and we open it up, and we are greeted with the carrying case. It looks like a cover, a cable, pretty standard cable it looks like, and the actual portable air conditioner itself. Now this is the Supreme version with the carbon fiber on the outside here. So, I mean, I think it looks pretty cool. The carbon fiber on the sides here is very pretty. So it's charged, it looks like. Let's peel off the plastic and give it a shot. So honestly, it's very nice within what it can be. Like I gotta say, like, I gotta set my expectations to a certain level. This is not going to, you know, completely freeze you, but this does a pretty solid job. I really think that it actually does a solid job given for what it is basically. So I think the next thing to do these change color? Because I could have sworn these were not black. I could have thought these were black. Yes, they do change color. Look at that. If I hold my hand on it, it changes color. Oh, that's wild. So assuming if I turn it back on, that's the wrong button. Well, it looks like that's all the battery that we have. So let's go through and do some testing. It looks like the heat activates this pad, which is very cool. So additionally, this is what it looks like for the non-special edition. You have no color changing on each side here. And the special edition, these pads change color, which is actually really cool. So when exposed to the light or heat, they change color, which is unlike what the non-special edition does. Overall, design-wise, they look the same. There's a larger battery in the special edition one. I'm going to be basing my review off of the experiences with the base model because the cooling mechanism is the same. However, the battery is slightly larger on this. I believe it gets you 30 more minutes of battery. Overall, just want to start off by comments. This is, I want to say, a unique product, but in some cases, not as encompassing as I think it should be. This has a really good opportunity to add like headphones or something like that, because often when I'm wearing these, people think that I'm wearing headphones, and that's great and all, except for the fact that, like, you know, I like to actually have that feature. I mean, why you would wear headphones down around your neck is a whole nother question, but I mean, for the most part, I think it's rather nice. I think that'd be a good opportunity to include some type of, I don't know, speakers into the Coolify itself, rather than I know there's certain headphones that use vibrations or bone vibrations to play sound. You also have that opportunity, and I think people, especially, it's very often that people think these are headphones, just because. I mean, why you would? I mean, that's totally not what I would expect these for. They don't look comfortable at all, but understandably they are about that right height. And I think that having the ability to play some type of music while keeping them here is an added plus. The cooling feature on this, I actually got some substantial testing with that. I live in a rather hot, humid area, and sometimes, especially when I was out playing volleyball, it helped. It definitely helped, but I felt like in the hotter temperatures, it did not make as much of a difference. When you're sitting in a room a room at 70 degrees, and you turn this on, you definitely notice a drastic difference almost immediately. However, I felt like when you're playing out in 95 degrees with, I don't know, some really humid weather, it all of a sudden became not nearly as effective. I felt like maybe you got maybe like 3 or 4 degrees difference, whereas in the room temperature situation, you felt like it's drastic. It's like 30 degrees. So I was slightly disappointed with the performance in extremely hot situations. That was my experience. Maybe it was because it was black. That was the other thing too, is when using this, I noticed as well that often, because it was black, it would pick up on the heat of the sun. And there is a white model, and I would actually recommend that you get the white model because of the fact that the temperature on this is just burning, especially if you leave it out in the sun and you're playing outside or something, because this is not super practical for playing something that you're moving around a lot. I mean, while yes, it fits rather snug and tight, I think I want to say not as high, maybe lower down, maybe more around your shoulders or something would be better, because I just feel like, especially when I was playing, this had the potential when you're running to come off, and especially playing like sand volleyball, which is something I like playing, this becomes a hazard of getting sand all in this and basically ruining the device. I know the fans don't move, there's not moving fan parts, but still, that is a potential, and I think having it, I mean, well, yes, this was pretty good. I was playing basketball in it as well. I think overall it felt like this was not... It was close, but it was not secure enough that I felt entirely comfortable playing something like sand volleyball with it. Also, as I said, really temperature-wise, it got hot in the sun. So my recommendation for this comes in about like $100 some, $150, $190. I think my recommendation is it depends on what you're using it for. The temperatures outside playing in the sun, in my opinion, depends on what you're doing. You might live in a drier area that this might benefit a little bit more, but in like the humid weather, I found it was noticeable, but you had to try to notice. It was, especially with it being black and in the sun, I think the heat that it picked up, it spent more effort cooling the actual unit itself than if it had been white. And I think definitely recommend the white version. And I think overall, beneficially, it only helped much in situations where you were inside or the temperature was lower with lower humidity. Outside and hot humidity, it did not make as much of a difference. So my justification for buying it depends on whether or not where you live. And I mean, overall, indoors, it's nice. If you're playing sports indoors and it's rather hot, then, I mean, that's great. But still, for it to be something that you're active outside, you'd have to be in the shade. And of course, you wouldn't have to be moving much, which, I mean, I just find that this is still a little loose for my liking. Additionally, adding the headphone option would be great. So, without further ado, thank you very much for watching. Hope you had a wonderful day. And of course, check out the channel for other cool tech-related news, reviews, and videos.